like 1 minute.
Destiny is the Halo spinoff, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It is the spiritual successor to Halo.
I was trying to trigger people, but y'all are too grown up.
As soon as
All
you
you
ask
have
that,
to
I'm
know.
like, well, here we go.
You underestimate how analytical I am.
But you just got your ass booted.
I recently, in the past 2 months, just played through all the Halo games, and you can clearly see the buildings up from Halo 1 to Reach all the way, the things that the jumps feel the same, the guns feel... I mean, hell, half the fucking aiming reticles are exactly the same from Halo to fucking Destiny. It's...
No, I played a bit of Destiny too. I just, I experience burnout really easily, which is ironic because one of my comfort games is Minecraft and like repetitive tasks, you know.
Diablo 2.
Yeah.
And yeah, Diablo 2, Diablo 3. But I did really enjoy it, but I remember when Bungie first announced Destiny, the logo was like exactly Master Chief's codpiece. The logo for Destiny.
Yeah. The best part about him.
Yeah. And
not his personality, trust me.
No, it's a little flat.
Part about
it. Yeah, I still enjoyed it. It's a beautiful game. I haven't played it in a while though.
Avion, it could be a shift to, like, instead of having, being charged with light with orbs of power, it could be maybe more of a shift to a an elemental orb meta. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this could make elemental wells again, kind of like they can, elemental wells I think are the fucking redheaded stepchild of fucking mods at the moment. I mean, this could be a boon to elemental wells where they could start getting buffs or people start realizing, holy shit. I mean, people have been realizing, I think, in the past month that some of the elemental wells are holy fucking shit. But
the best wells is this one.
Yes, I agree.
That's my
and Warlock wells because they heal you.
Appreciate you. Sorry about being late, guys. Stream is up and everything.
Wait.
Nah, you cool.
We're heading out of town tomorrow, and I was dealing with work stuff today and just lost track of time.
Nah, you cool.
You're good.
Life happens.
Makes you feel any better. I'm just dumb.
I know for a fact, Wells, you did the thumb thing where like this Wells is the best.
You can visualize it as he said it.
Yeah, didn't you?
Did you do 2 thumbs or 1?
I'm not trying to call you out. I just really want to know if my assumption is correct.
Who's got 2 thumbs and is the best Wells?
2 thumbs.
2 thumbs. 1 thumbs. No, that's bush league shit. You go home.
I had the feeling that you were holding a drink in your left hand.
I'll be
and
back
you did it
in
with your right.
15 seconds.
One last Destiny thing. One last Destiny thing we do need to talk about is the fact that we no longer have to pay an arm and a leg to change the affinity of our armor. I am so happy about that. I deleted a lot of armor today.
I can't believe how many people were actually bitching about that. Like, it's something, I guess. And it's like, dude, it's 10,000 fucking glimmer.
Yeah, like you were literally going to make back 10,000 glimmer in 2 strikes.
Yeah, you're going to make that back in 30 minutes playing the game. Like, what? Yeah, that was 20,000 glimmer for exotics and an upgrade module like that.
Yeah.
You could do two legendary strikes and get that. Like,
and
they basically said, give us 2 pennies to change your affinity.
Exactly. I mean, it's like people forgot that to change the affinity of your armor, it literally would cost a golf ball, a couple of prisms, and glimmer, and it's like you said,
I just did an exotic the other day, and it cost me 3 golf balls.
yeah.
I can just imagine all of you being like MacGyver, just trying to tape like golf balls together and just kind of like insert like just a shard in there and be like, "Here you go."
Put him into the machine and then pull
Change.
him back out with the string.
Yeah.
Honestly, what this also signifies to me is that they made basically all these people that have like 40 golf balls, all their postmasters character filled, worth basically nothing. So they have to put them somewhere. You know where that somewhere is, right? The new thing we're about to grind for.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Redundancy.
Flaves and weapon crafting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's where they're going to put that fucking sink in.
We're a bit late, so let's get to the game.
Got it.
Woo.
But I
Not
want to
trying to
complain
be
about
rude.
Destiny some more.
You can see
There's
that
Reddit
tomorrow,
for that.
Judy.
Yeah, fuck that game.
Yeah.
So getting back to the game, you guys are about to go into the local inn. After you arrived at town, you, for whatever reason, decided to lie to the fucking guards. And after seeing everything, the middle of town square, and all that other stuff, that you point to the direction of the inn. And as you guys are walking up on the little stairs there, you see this flyer.
Wolf's Head Jamboree.
The
Wait.
town square attended required rain or all will be well. The Baron.
And if
Attendance
you remember,
and
this
children
is-
required?
Oh, everybody's
Oh,
required.
everybody.
I
But yeah,
remember that
this
part.
is for. But if you remember, this was for the
I'm
last.
not a child.
Yeah, but the way that's
This was-
worded, attendance and children, that's like we have to be there and also have a child.
I call Brick.
I'm pretty
mean-
sure the town treats them like masks. Like you go into a store, you don't have a mask, they provide you one. A child will be provided for you when you arrive.
I mean, I'm short enough.
Just
Oh,
handed a baby.
This is poor timing. My brain immediately went Epstein intensifies.
Oh, trust me. As soon as I said that joke, I'm like, it's probably going to get really bad.
Also, I don't know whether to be concerned with the fact that the end of the poster emphasizes that all will be well in the same size font as the rest of the poster. Like, don't
Just so
worry,
you know, just in
you'll
case.
probably be okay.
One of
Do
us.
you remember what the guards told you when you entered? The
Mhm.
rules of the town, what happens if you break them when you pass the stockades.
Hmm.
Yes.
So, and they mentioned a wolf's head was the last festival that they have. So that's what this is. It's a thing for the previous festival. And he said the next one had not been completely decided yet. Or like you knew or you heard rumors that or the guy said that he's working on it. And on the other side, where is it?
So who are we going to kidnap a child from?
Is this child going to provide us with oil for Dave?
I have the oil.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have oil.
Just
Oh, yeah,
pour the
he's like
oil on
a-
the child.
We have oil for Dave, right? That was the thing.
Oh Lord.
No, Dave needed oil.
Are we entering this in just now? What's
Well-
happening?
With
what's this say?
Brick's token, I'm guessing that's the direction you guys were headed. And say technically before you entered, that's where you see this, now expired flyer.
My nickname in high school.
I was about to ask who's
Okay.
this creeper looming behind us, and then I realized that
Oh, that's the
That's
guy
a
who's been
member of
traveling
our
with
team.
us the whole time.
The pie changed him more ways than one.
Pie changes a man, especially in high school.
That's gross.
Rolvier, I'm gonna make you a character token.
I almost did. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, what?
Close. We were talking about we were gonna forcefully take your picture for your character and then give it a circular border, so it
I
looks
literally
like a
was
proper
curious
token.
who this character looming behind us was, whether he was about to attack us, and I realized it was Rolvier.
So do you guys enter the tavern?
Yes.
As long as there's nothing else for us to see besides that expired fire, then I guess so.
All right. So as soon as you enter the tavern, this person points at the door and goes, "There! There they are! There are the doers! Call the guards!"
Bullshit.
Well,
I
what do
just
we
look and
do?
go, what?
Run.
In your confusion, he comes up and says, "Ha! No! No, not you, friends! Sorry, I was just regaling the tavern of one of my tales. Yes, as I was trapped in another inn similar to this, but not exactly. Some ruffians tried to take my meager coin purse, and I was left with nothing else to do. You just happened to come in here at such a weird happenstance. Ha ha! My apologies.
Oh, offense taken.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Rictavio.
Hello.
Not Dave. I was expecting Dave.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
Rictavio is my name, and story entrepreneur is my game. Well, just one of many talents a man has. My main profession is entertainment, but the one that actually pays the bills is that of a carnival. I am a ringmaster, but when I'm not traveling from town to town, I love regaling stories of my life. If you'd like, I could tell some to you. Why, I have a story of a young boy who grew up in nothing more than a hole underneath the stairs, but turns out he was actually a magical wizard and one of the most powerful in the land. Oh, what a tale that one is.
I
Vale
like
just
nudge
sort of
Brick and I go to Brick and go, Brick, say hi. Go approach him.
Or I could tell you about the time I grappled a manticore using nothing but my feet, or the time I seduced a succubus.
Vale just
Brick
sort
is
of
just kind of standing there like, what?
I was just gonna mutter, I don't believe any of this.
And I look at Brick and I go, and I thought you got.
Yeah, tell me about the manicore. Details are needed.
Oh, well, I'm too deep in another story right now. I don't want to get the facts mixed up. We can't have any alternative facts in our storytelling, trust me. It never goes anywhere pleasant. But either way, come in. I'm sure the innkeeper and his lovely wife, and he points to the lady behind the bar, as you can see, would be glad to help you. And a couple of the patrons, clap and do whatever.
What's Rictavio? I'm just so stunned by his character.
I just go, okay then.
There you go. I'm gonna. Do I want to? Yeah, I'm just gonna do a perception check on Rictavio. Or rather, an insight. Sorry, an insight.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Wow.
Lots of taverns have people that like to be loud and tell stories for coin.
Okay,
You don't really think much different than that.
he's just crazy. All right.
Well, not crazy. I mean, he's a storyteller, and looking around, like there are patrons that are like, "Ooh, wow! Listen, I mean, he's dressed very, not flamboyantly, but not elegantly, but like the picture, certainly you'd believe that he runs a carnival."
All right. So stunned.
Okay then. Hey.
here's another way you can look at it. What type of character would tell stories to grab people's attention?
Ahem.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
One with something to hide.
What type of character class would be into something like that?
Oh.
I'll give you a really big hint. You're playing it.
Is it rogues?
Artificer.
Rogues, isn't it? Artificer. I'm going to ask him if he plays any instruments.
I was about to ask him if he plays the bagpipes.
Yeah.
He goes, no, I can't say I do. I was never blessed with the gift of music like that. No, my gift comes from my lungs and my brain, for I know how to entertain. Soon I will have a carnival set up in this very town, and all will be welcome, and it will just fascinate each and every member of the town. I can see it. And someday, very soon, you will too.
Okay then.
All right. So you're buying us our first round, huh?
Haha, very clever friend. But no, alas, I don't think I could afford to buy drinks for all of you men just quite yet. And besides, I don't even know your names, or anything like that.
Ah,
That
well,
is the best decision you could have made tonight, sir.
that's a shame. Brick throws out his hand, offering a handshake. Name's Brick Barrelhaven.
Ah, great to meet you. And he slaps your hand. Not exactly the cool predator type of handshake, but a good, sturdy handshake. Nods his head.
I sigh. Walk over to him. And I... Torga. Torga Emberheart. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, young lady.
Right.
Young.
Glare.
Vale's just sort of in the back, watching him, but deliberately not being forthcoming.
Thank you, Theory.
Actually, I forgot where.
Oh yeah, the special cargo.
One barbarian, not two.
As all this is going on, Vale's gonna kind of make his way around the outside and up to the bar and order a glass of whatever the local favorite is.
All right, and let me get this.
What do we? Let's see.
Ooh, wolf steak.
Beef soup, drink, mug of ale, gallon of ale,
Oh boy.
Oh,
pint of red dragon crush wine.
Rolvier will have a gallon of ale
Oh,
and no food because he's learned to not eat food.
No one's gonna make a comment over the food item that I add. I couldn't help myself.
I love you so much.
A Parmo.
I couldn't help myself.
Where's Moggy?
Oh. Oh, Smoggy's a treasure.
Screen capping this.
Wait, did you put a? Oh, there is a Parmo on there.
I'm screen capping this and tagging him.
I'm so sad I missed out on that.
Yeah, I almost tagged you for the shenanigans thing to try to get you to join. It was a hell of a day and evening and everything else.
There
Yeah.
was a lot of, let's see, between the Parmo and his sister-in-law, it was pure madness.
God, he would not be quiet about that lady, would he?
It was glorious.
Wells gave me a pretty good rundown about it, though.
Oh, Smuggy.
I googled Parmo, by the way.
I was gonna say, if I scroll back in the gastropub chat for just a minute, I bet I can find a picture.
I showed him at work, but it's from December 23rd.
It's
Okay, Google, stop.
it's literally the most American food, and I still want to try it.
I told him today that if I ever find myself in the UK, he and I are going to get a Parmo.
Wait,
Google
that,
started telling me about Parmo, by the way.
Did I find the picture here? January 7th?
I thought it was 23rd.
I found
There
something.
was
Oh,
another
gosh.
one,
January 23rd.
and I found out the white sauce is a bechamel. It's not a mayonnaise. So
January 8th is the crazy pizza that he got.
Oh. It's a lot of dairy. It's a lot of dairy.
Yeah, I took a. That was the best font I could find for the menu to try to make it to blend in, and apparently it blended in too much because like everyone overread it, and I'm like, no, my joke.
I saw the different font, but I was like, whatever. I'm more interested in the drink.
Yeah, I looked straight for the drinks.
yep. I was looking at the services. Oh, it was glorious. Okay.
So when old Rolvier orders his gallon of ale, she sort of stops and says, unfortunately, we're not really offering much. We can't offer the gallon of ale. The wine, we haven't had much of a supply yet, and our reserves are running a little bit dry, so we're having to reserve the wine, the ale, everything, just a little bit.
What of the Parmo?
Oh, we got enough of that if you want it.
What of the mug of ale?
We could spare a mug. We just tried to cut people off after 2.
What?
Cut people off after 2. The fuck?
He just starts raging in the middle of the tavern.
So
Oh.
I would like to have 8 mugs of ale, assuming your mug is a pint, and that will equal a gallon.
Well, like I just said, we cut people off at 2, and 8
Okay.
is more than 2, so I'm afraid no.
Okay, so if I have 2 and then I leave and then come right back in Grandpa Simpson style, can I then have 2 more?
If it's the next day, yes.
God,
I'll take 2 as well.
I will take 2.
I'll take 2 as well.
I will order 2.
So, at this commotion, another man enters, and he overhears a conversation, and he comes up besides the woman and just goes, "Why, yes, hello, my friends. I assume you are new in Valaki. Yes, I am afraid the wine is going. We haven't really had any deliveries from the winery, and it's just a little bit troublesome because my brother essentially manages it, and we haven't heard anything from him in quite some time. But it's not the first time that's happened, so we have to do what we can."
He's standing at the end of the bar near me, I'm assuming.
Now he comes up to
Yonder.
his wife.
Oh, him. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. I looked away for a second, didn't see him move.
As
he says, And let me introduce myself, my friends. I am Erwin Martikov, and this is my lovely, beautiful wife, Danica.
Nice to meet you both.
Indeed. Prince Charming looking ass.
As what's her name? As
Your hands.
Danica hands Vale his 2 pints of ale, he takes one and slides the other over to Rolvier.
Be more subtle than that.
He's
I,
not trying to be subtle.
Yeah, I get my 2. I take a very small sip from one and I wince. I don't drink alcohol. And then I take a very small sip from the other and I go, oh, plenty for me, but I have these 2 and I am not able to finish them.
And he just looks at you and gives you a sly little wink.
I wink back.
The barmaid, she looks a little bit peeved. But Erwin just is like, ah, yes, gives you like, ah, clever girl type of look.
The hell?
I know.
Rolvier is going to leave the bar and come back in with a mustache and top hat and say, I'm Guy Incognito. And get 2 more drinks.
Hold on.
Rovier? Who is Rovier? My name is Veerwall. But he says, is my guess true? Are you new in town? Are you new to Barovia?
You can
Oh.
say that.
Yeah. Yes. New.
So he says, all right, let me see what I can find. We had several of these the other day. We give them out to whoever we can. Ah, yes, here you go.
Ah, a map.
Here is the map of the town.
I'm a map.
What?
You don't know that song?
I
song.
don't, but the word map has a very negative connotation right now.
It's from Dora the Explorer.
Oh, because map is also a phrase that pedophiles use for minor attracted person.
Oh God, no.
I had not heard
So
that.
that's why I'm like, what?
Wee woo, wee woo.
Wee woo.
What the fuck is N9?
All this talk of ale is making me want a beer. I will be right back.
You'll beer right back.
Oh, I got a whiskey in front of me right now.
So I couldn't find anything without any specific markers from the book. So the letter N is not, and the numbers aren't on the map per se, but this is the best I could find. Where N2 is, he points and goes, this is the inn, essentially, right in the middle of our town.
Okay. So, is there any other places of importance that you could show us on the map?
That depends. What would be important to you?
Well, it looks like we already went through the town square.
Oh, yes, the lovely stockades of what happens. Make sure, my friends, that you obey the rules of the town. I would hate to come to work and see you in these stockades.
We, to clarify, we still have Irina with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't
Yeah,
met up
she
with
is-
anyone yet, right?
Correct.
Okay. Vale is gonna. Where is Irina right now?
She's very close to the exit, just staying back, not trying to be
I
noticed.
see her back there. Okay. Vale is gonna kind of wander back as Irwin is describing the town, and sort of lean in and quietly ask Irina, how do we locate whoever we're looking for here?
Irina would look and say, well, the mayor is the person who's putting on all of these anti-Strahd. Or the burgomaster is the person putting on all these anti-Strahd celebrations. So if we cannot get a meeting with him, maybe a proxy or something else.
So you would recommend reaching out to the burgomaster of the town?
We could, in some way, shape or another. Whatever you do, I still think it'd be important not to disclose my name by any means.
Oh, sure. I just, our goal was to escort you here, and I'm not sure how to find who we're supposed to escort you to.
Yes, unfortunately, we're all still just trying to go about this quickly because of Ismark's plan of just shuffling me away for fear of my life, which, again, that's what a brother does, but the plan wasn't exactly thought out very properly.
Okay. Vale will wander back over to the bar. Erwin, you said your name was?
Yes, what can I do for you?
Where might we find the burgomaster of the town?
That would be here, and he points to the area that is N3.
Also, I see a handful of paths reaching out into the forest. What is this down in the corner here?
That is a camp of other Vistani. Due to the mayor's dislike of all things related to Strahd, they are not really allowed in town. Nothing of theirs is really permitted within the walls, not even their own animals. They will be seized by the guards, and who knows, we may get a mysterious shipment of meat to serve.
Interesting.
Remember when the Vistani asked for the command word?
Oh, yes. Yeah, the
I remember.
R word. Right? It started with R.
Return.
Yes.
Rema.
Rema. Remy Martin.
As I realized kind of like the connection between the horses and the meat. I just went slightly. I'm like,
Yeah, that might have ended badly if you'd forgotten to do that.
mm-hmm. Not on my conscience. Hooray.
You are the Jiminy Cricket of the group.
I'm just trying not to.
I'll also lean in and say, while we're asking about parts of the town, it seems there's some sort of wolf head festival coming up.
No, we already had the Wolf Head Festival.
Oh, right. Okay.
So basically, what that entailed, I guess I should really take down the flyer at the front of the inn. I'll do it in the morning. So, all of the guards, including a couple of hunters, actually, they're right there in the corner. He points over in their direction. Basically, went out and had a massive hunt of all the wolf heads for, as Strahd, one of the forms that he can take as a wolf, as a way to parade and show that I guess that we are not afraid of him. They killed the wolves, they severed the heads, put them on pikes, and paraded them through town as a way to show we will not be afraid.
Oh, that makes more
Sounds-
sense. Interesting.
Yes, I do not know exactly what is coming up with the newest one or the next one or when it will be, but I have seen guards just carry a lot of sticks from time to time, just carrying them around to the burgomaster's mansion.
Hmm. Is there any rhyme or reason to these festivals, or do they just happen? Like, say, does this happen every time, like one time a year, or are they just random?
They happen about once or twice a month. The burgomaster views these as a way, as one would view a spell to ward off evil spirits. He believes that this way shows that Strahd has no power here, and so he avoids us. And for the most part, we have been, I would say, somewhat left alone from his terror or another's. Last thing I can really recall off the top of my head was a couple years ago. A couple of werewolves broke into town, and they made a little bit of a ransack. They ransacked uh, the owner of the general store, Dave, and they destroyed his sign. As of right now, it's a little bit of an in joke in Valaki. It just now says Dave's Der, Der. It makes the place easier to find.
Where is that general store, if you might ask? Or if I might, words.
He's drunk.
Yes. And he points to the area on the map located as N5. Like, that is the stockyard. That is where I'd say most of the any sort of shopkeep, anything like that. And Dave runs mostly a general store.
I look at Brick and I just raise my eyebrows.
Well, I
Also-
guess we gotta go there, you know.
Also, I could not really decide on like a voice or an accent for Erwin, so it's sort of all over the place. That's on me, not on any like hint or anything.
Nah, he's drunk like the. We're good.
It's fine. I can't decide on an accent for Vale either, so.
I'm just letting you know, like, his voice is changing. He's going from Irish to Jamaican.
Maybe a little bit of Spanish.
Wyoming hipster.
Tom Hanks's other son.
This is an inn that we're in, right? What time of day is it? I guess we don't know.
It was close to dark when you guys arrived because you left the Vistani camp early in the morning.
It's like always dark here, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, it gets a little bit brighter, but you don't really see a sun. It's just fairly dark. But like throughout the day, you can see a shift of light, but just not a sun.
Gotcha.
And it's not a whole heck of a lot. Like you
Yeah.
don't need dark vision or anything to walk around the town or anything.
We need to be we're pretty interested in somewhere to sleep, though. I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, Vale will look over and say, "Yeah, we appreciate the information. Is there availability to rent a room here tonight?"
He goes, "Yes, I do have rooms for your party. The Master Deluxe Suite is being taken up by our very outspoken friend at the bar right here. But I think I can accommodate all of you."
Before we finish, I do ask Erwin if there's any other places of interest that he could recommend seeing before we retire.
Well, like I said, it depends what interests you. I believe we have a coffin maker shop, but are you in the possession of too many cadavers and not enough places to put them? So if you tell me what you need, I may be able to help further.
Is an armor smith located where Dave's shop is?
Why, yes, there is an armor smith located in there. It basically has a big sigil of a suit of armor on the front window.
Brick sits there, kind of looking. He's deep in thought and pondering something. If he had an orb, he'd be pondering it. But he calls back to when Erwin mentioned the wine, and goes, "Have you ever heard of anything called the Wizard of Wine?"
That is the name of the winery.
Oh, is there a is there a lot of dust there,
Oh yeah, I forgot about
my
those
forehead.
things.
or sand? Is there sand there?
I can't say. It has been a while since I have visited. Like I said, my brother and father, they run the place, but we had a bit of a falling out. How you say, they are not bad people, but they are not my people. And his wife stops him and just sort of pats him on the shoulder.
Ah,
We try not to talk about it much here. They are sort of set in their own ways and do things their own. His family's run the winery for many years. Don't really get much earnings out of it, but it's more just for the other towns in Barovia. Spirits are one of the only things that we have left here.
may they be high. That's a play on words, everybody.
But
Well, actually, so Brick says, "Well, may they be high," expecting a joke or some laughter from everybody. But upon hearing no laughter, he uses prestidigitation to make the sound of laughter behind him.
And at this point,
I have both hands on my head now.
Rictavio would see what you did and then would just pull out a notebook and start taking notes.
Does Brick notice that?
He wouldn't try to hide it.
Okay.
Really contemplating drinking the rest of that alcohol, but remembering the tape against it.
Can I? Vale wants to look over Rictavio and just see if he's got anything interesting on his person.
Not anything. Doesn't look like he's armed or anything. No obvious sword hilt or warhammer. Or
Pretty
anything.
ostentatious,
No.
and he's renting the biggest room in the inn. Anything of value, looking like it's kind of, just on him.
Like outside of just his regular attire, again, he is sort of dressed in a fancy coat, like a ringmaster, carnival owner, things like that.
Should I rob him?
Roll a wisdom check.
I'm
Just
not
Vale or all of
I'm
us?
not on the chat here.
Rolvir asked if he should rob him, so I'm having Rolvir roll a wisdom.
Rover is rolling a wisdom check.
One moment.
Oh goodness.
Do.
Since you did not roll a 1, I'm going to, you sort of realize you're not a rogue, so sleight of hand isn't gonna fucking work with you.
Okay. Rolvir will pass on robbing him.
I wonder if our buddy, God, what is his name? Rictavio would be at a disadvantage if say he kept having a fly buzz around his ear. So I've been if y'all haven't noticed, sidebar, I've been really looking for uses for prestidigitation. So much so that Wells is probably tired of me attempting to say it.
Oh.
So
I would say no. Like the first line of the description of the spell is a minor magical trick that novice spellcasters use for practice.
okay.
So this would have, it's like, I'm going to try to distract him with that thumb thing that looks like I've removed the thumb off of one finger. And you're like trying to give him disadvantage on that. And you're like, huh?
All right, I got it.
Huh?
That could still
Got
be
it
pretty
better.
distracting.
It could.
How's this? Hey, Rick Tavio. What's your opinion on bagpipe music?
I have not heard it, so I cannot say I even have one, my friend. Tell me, what is yours?
I absolutely love it. It is my life. It is my art. They say where I come from, the sea, as you would say. They say it soothes the heart. It's very calming in times of strife. Would you like to hear some?
Would I? Ha ha! If it's anything like you say, it will make for a marvelous tale.
Rick looks around and makes sure everybody knows what's about to happen. And what is it? It's a performance check, right?
Yes, it is. He stares at you.
Quick, while he's distracted.
I'm too busy laughing. Again.
Well, I can see you would make for a fine warrior. Using that music to punish those in the deepest levels of hell. Good show.
Rick nods. Thanks.
Vale, while Brick is playing his bagpipe for, what's this guy's name again?
Rictavio.
Rictavio. Vale's
We're
gonna come
having
up.
such a hard time.
Vale's gonna come up behind and try to pick his pocket.
No.
I'm gonna give Vale bardic inspiration. Oh,
You couldn't. You were doing performance.
oh, that's true.
Yep.
With my performance.
Give him disadvantage. Oh man, that'd be funny.
Oh. Oh. I don't think you got that.
17 plus 15? What is that?
I know. It's really high. And all I can say is I didn't do that just to try to... There's a reason it's that high.
We need to check our pockets.
So as you do that, he turns around and just notice he goes, "Ha, friend, you may have had one too many drinks. I suggest you keep your hands to yourself. I would hate for our very new and budding friendship to end in such a negative way. Please be more careful."
Mm.
I'm still laughing at my fucking roll.
Right.
Vale just sort of slinks away and moves back to his drink.
I pat him on the shoulder and I said, "It's okay. You can touch him next time."
He looks over at
Brick, Brick
Torgas and
catches.
says, I knew men like him many years ago. Most of them were dicks."
Nod.
So
While smiling.
whatever's in his pockets.
Brick catches Rictavio's attention again, and he kind of, furrows his brow and says, "Yeah, I'm a little out of practice. I'll practice some more and treat you to another song at a later time." Like
One
now,
day.
no.
One day it will happen.
One day I'll roll a fucking 20, and whoever's listening is gonna cry from how beautiful it is. And
So he just sort of pats you on the shoulder softly and just goes, "Ha! Well, I'm sure that the first day you start practicing will be a great day indeed."
oof, he just used vicious mockery on me.
Ouch, my pride.
It was already gone. Anyway, shall we call it a night?
Yes, I think we shall. My friends here are a little too inebriated. I need to sleep it off. But I do, I say thank you to Erwin for all the information. Before we do retire.
And apparently the music for the tavern never started, so I just restarted it. That's where it's coming from.
Yeah, I bid the Erwin and his madam, the Mardikovs, a good night and flip them an extra gold piece.
Same. Give him a gold night.
And then wink at Rictavio and turn away. Is that the sleeping area with the inn part?
Upstairs, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is this? Oh, we've gone upstairs now.
Oh, grid's off.
Oh, is it? Damn it.
Ever so slightly. Like a quarter of a square.
Yeah, it's because again, I went through had to delete some stuff, and it said I had this map listed 3 times. I deleted one of them, it deleted all, so I had to remake it. I thought I got it, but so actually, oops, I misread the map. This is sort of the stairway. This stairway is to the private quarters. The other quarters are done by going out and up the stairs outside.
Oh,
Okay then.
ah. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, it's either 2 rooms of 2 with 2 on the floor, or this room at the bottom here has 4, and then you guys rent another room. But the 4 one isn't as nice, if it matters, depending on what you want for accoutrement.
Did we I guess we would have had to specify before, right?
On the menu is a list of room prices for rooms for the night.
It's like
Services, bed for the night, animal field. So they're all the same price.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Vale will walk up and just sort of kind of say to whoever's around him, "Oh, I think Irina and Torga get one of these rooms."
don't mind if I do. It's
Vale will wander back to the 4-bedroom and grab the bed in the far back.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I think next level, I'll try and put something into performance.
So yeah.
So I guess we need to 8 silver. I think was the cost. Take it out of our inventory.
So just to give you a rundown, 2 cozy beds with matching footlockers rest in the far corners of this 15-foot square room. Wolf furs are heaped atop each bed. Between the beds, a lamp sits on a table under a shuttered window. 2 tall black wardrobes stand against the wall by the door. And in the smaller room, 4 plain beds with straw mattresses line the north wall of this well-lit room. Each bed comes with a matching footlocker to store clothing and other belongings. A table and 4 chairs occupy the corner across the door. An oil lamp resting on the table casts a bright yellow flame. And when you paid for your room, Erwin hands you each a key to the room.
are
And the footlockers and wardrobes are all
that's
empty.
what's about to ask.
I had a feeling.
8 silver.
Yep, per bed. You guys gonna crash?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone on watch, or is everyone just pooped and ready to call it?
Well, I figure since we're in an inn,
Yeah, I don't think that a watch is necessary here. I'm ready to call it.
Yeah, Vale just passes out.
Okie doke. So, give me a perception check. Everybody.
okay.
Yeah.
Where was that? Brick
day.
can now see through walls. That wasn't that though. So
Look, a window.
24, damn, Brick.
So, at some point in the middle of the night, you just heard some feet rustling and the sounds of like children giggling on the other side of the wall.
Who hears that?
Brick did throughout the night. Just barely, but he heard a little something.
Which wall? That one. Oh, okay.
It doesn't keep you up, but you just hear it for like a couple seconds, and then it stops.
All right. Continue to sleep. Investigate that in the morning.
Okie doke. And there are no other disturbances in the middle of the night.
Hooray.
Oh, I see why we had to use the outside stairs.
So it is morning. You guys go downstairs.
Okay.
I guess so.
Irina says that she's going to stay up here. The less people that see her, the less chances she'll be spotted.
I just nod.
Yeah, as we're leaving the room before we exit, Vale sort of moves up to the door and grabs all the guys that were in that back room. It was like, hey, last night I spoke with Irina, and she mentioned that we likely want to speak with the burgomaster of the town in regards to delivering her like her brother wished.
Is it just you four? Did I already go ahead? So I was gonna say more.
I grabbed them as we were leaving the room, so
Okay.
yeah, I didn't want to say it while we were in the main room last night with people around. So I
Okay.
told them quickly before we left the room, just, hey, a heads up, I spoke with Irina and she says we should try and reach out with the burgomaster.
And I nod in agreement.
Yeah. Brick speaks up and says, "Hey, I heard a weird noise in the room next to us last night. I'd like to take a look at that."
What
I'm gonna
kind
say,
of
well,
weird
Brick,
noise?
when two people love each other very much,
Well, I didn't say which room. Now, you and Arena were in the other room right next to us. I could have heard incorrectly.
You did share a wall with another private room.
Yeah.
Vale looks
and I
at
just say, hey,
Vale looks at Brick. What kind of weird noise?
I think it was children laughing. Something. I honestly don't remember what you said, Wells. I'm sorry. ADHD.
You heard just sort of feet walking, sort of shuffling, and the sound of like kids laughing.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yes, I heard some shuffling around and kids laughing. So
Well-
maybe instead of just busting in there, I should ask.
This isn't in.
be the best idea.
Um,
Well, we can ask. I mean, did it happen all night?
No. I'm going to do a perception check just to see. No, you know what? Never mind. Let's just go. We'll go see Dave and then the Burgermeister.
That was important.
You guys going to see Dave?
Well, I'll leave that general decision up to everybody. But
Do we have to return our keys first?
Are you still paying for the rooms?
yeah, because we're going to spend more than one night in Balaki, right?
Are we? I don't know what we're doing.
Well, I assume that Irina won't be with us. I'm speaking out of. Assume that Irina.
Another night's probably safe. It'll take at least a day to wrap up whatever we're doing here right now.
What did you say her name was?
Whose name?
Irina, her fake.
Shit, she never gave one. Damn it.
Yeah, I thought she did, but I wasn't.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She did say she was going to go by
Yeah.
a fake name, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Why
shit.
do I not remember this? I didn't put it down here. Oh, shit.
It's Davette.
Dave better. Dave Jr. Jr.
Elena.
Okay. I want to just clarify that. So I say, okay, so I figure we have to get Elena where she needs to go if possible.
I have no argument against that.
Okay, so we will. I guess we'll just keep the keys, plan on staying another night, and do what we need to do today.
Yeah. Didn't you want to see the armorer though?
Oh, I need a sword.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a good idea, just in case have if they have anything for sale. You never know.
I've got gold in my pocket to burn.
Yay, local economy.
Yeah.
All right. Are we all in agreement that we're going to either go to the Burgomaster first, or we're going to Dave?
I think we're.
Yes. And
Yes.
my vote is for Dave.
Dave?
Dave.
Sooner we get that done, maybe the better. Oh boy.
Dave.
Dave.
Merle.
He will now be known as Super Kami Dave.
Super Kami Dave.
All right.
So you guys head to the stockyard. You see several, again, stores and shops, and you see a sign that just as Erwin said, it says Dave's and then DER and then it's broken off as if something smashed it.
Dave's Durr.
I really tried to make a digital sign but I couldn't find anything to do anywhere close to what I wanted. So that is the area.
Is this Dave's Dur?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
I hope he sounds like Krillin.
Is not.
oh.
Good old goddamn it, Strahd. You enter a shop and there's a little ding-a-ling.
Bing bong.
And then a man gets up. He sees you. He's got a beard, a little bit of a headband. Why, hello, customers. How do you do? What can old Dave do for you?
I go stand next to Breck. I pat him on the back, and I just point up front.
Dave, you wouldn't happen to be in need of any oil, would you?
Ah, so you're the person who talked to the guard. I had a couple birdies come in here and say my name was dropped. I can't say I have any use for oil, it makes a man wonder.
I like that Dave sounds like Matthew McConaughey.
That's not what I'm going for, but
All right, all right, all right.
But if a man's gonna name drop, I have a feeling that makes me think he wants to do business with old Dave. So what brings you here, newcomer? What can I do for you, brothers and sisters?
Vale walks up to him and says, "Do you have swords?"
Oh, I might be able to find a sword for you, but alas, I'm no blacksmith.
Do you have any interesting magical items?
Oh, that's something old Dave is interested quite a bit in. I collect them for a few people here and there. They pay me a handsome sum of money, and they get the magical items.
What do you have collected at the moment?
Well, I'd have to go out back and see, but rather than just give you a whole inventory, why don't you tell old Dave what you're looking for?
What in your collection do you find the most interesting?
We're gonna play this little game of cat and mouse, are we? Dave gets it. Frankly, I like anything that's silvered. Because that's what you need out in the wilderness, you see. Silver will pretty much bring anything to its knees. Because here's a little tip for you. You can burn werewolf guts for a fire in the wild. It's toasty.
Interesting.
I just look at him and I nod slowly.
Dave, do you have any musical instruments?
Dave can't help you with that one, brother. This here is just a general store. I've got some certain items in the back, but the one thing that old Dave has in droves is information.
Ooh.
I perk up a little bit and I walk over. Information.
Well, for information, I'd first like to ask, what is dir?
Why, that's the name of the store. A couple of werewolves came by a while ago, and they destroyed my sign. They paid for it, though. The original name of it was The Derelict.
Oh. It's not Matthew McConaughey, it's the Drifter.
Yep.
I was wondering how long was it gonna take.
I've been Googling smooth talking Destiny 2 character for the last I was like, wait, Wells has told me about this. Who is this guy?
Dave, have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
You ever seen a grown man naked, Dave?
The Drifter doesn't have a ghost.
It was fan art. What can I say? I didn't want to use like the real official thing.
Not a true fan. You gotta listen to the lore, man.
Amazing. Oh, this is amazing.
All right, adventurers, ready to see what you're buying today?
Sure, why not?
I just wanted to say that.
You gotta roll the... yeah. It's random.
Monsters come out from everywhere.
Oh, there he is back there.
You were waiting for the whole reveal there, weren't you?
For About an hour after you said you had a delivery for Dave, this popped in my head. So I've been waiting a while, yes.
This is glorious. I love it.
Oh, that's awesome. So, Dave, you say you deal in information. I would like to know why everybody has to be out of their house for these wolf parades.
He looks over his shoulder. It's like, well, looks over the other one. The mayor's got a bee in his bonnet about how this all wards off evil spirits. I don't buy it. But again, after that werewolf attack, he sort of stepped things up. And now we've been pretty much left alone. So it could be this, that, or the other. Could be he's got some big plan for the town. Or maybe, what old Dave thinks, is that this town doesn't really mean much, so he stopped caring. But don't tell that to the burgomaster. His whole family has a long line of hating Strahd. Can't really blame him.
Vale.
Why can't you blame
blame
him?
him? How?
Well, he is the lord of the land, and not too nice of a guy. Ask anyone that's ever met him. The only people that would probably ever really like him are his vampire brides. And even them, who knows? He's always looking for another one. So it's old Dave's opinion that even they get tired of his crap from time to time.
Vale leans in and says, let me play a game. Let me ask a question for you real quick. He says, humor me for a minute. Imagine that you were someone on the run from Strahd, that Strahd was interested in finding. Who would you talk to?
I was coming from a place trying to flee the grasp of Strahd. I don't even really know if I could. Might just want to hurl myself off a cliff. 'Cause as far as I'm concerned, Strahd's pretty much everywhere. Always has his minions watching.
Short of ending it all, if you were here and you were looking for someone to lend a sympathetic ear and maybe some support, who would you speak to?
Well, there's always, as I said, the mayor himself. The man's got a hate on for Strahd. So I would think anything that Strahd would be interested in, he would want. Just to keep away from him.
What about the burgomaster?
That is, mayor, burgomaster, interchangeable title.
Same thing. Okay.
And for whatever reason, he calls himself a baron as well.
Sure. Why not?
Baron Mayo Burgerbasto the third.
Heinz the Baron Kraus von Espy.
Vale leans over a little further over the bar and says, now, about those magical items.
And I chime in, do you have anything jewelry-wise?
Oh, let's see what old Dave can find for you. Let me see if I can't find the list here.
Come on, explosive payload trust. Dave's dirt.
Dave.
I'm a sucker for alliteration.
Oh, that's great.
All right. I've got a couple of things here. A couple of my other friends. We got stuff in other towns. Tell me what you're interested in after I show you what I have, and maybe we can come to an agreement. So, I've got 4 things here. See if you're interested in any of them. I need 4D100s.
For what?
D100s. So decide amongst the group who's gonna roll.
Oh, I'm wrong.
I'll
You sure you don't want me to roll?
I'll roll one
Well,
since I asked.
Hmm. Same here.
And I'm just realizing how big this store is. Holy shit.
It is gigantic.
Very big.
Yeah.
You-
I'm curious about the squids
Living in
over there
luxury.
in the corner.
I thought those were like root vegetables.
I thought those were
I was
squids.
debating. I was debating between either. They could certainly be either.
I'm gonna roll one unless anyone objects.
I'll
No.
roll one as well.
I will too.
Ooh, 73.
Oh,
I guess I'll do
At
it.
least,
Do
at
it.
least somebody rolled above the halfway mark this time. So close.
I know.
Alright. So, I have an animated broom. Good if you ever need to keep things clean.
Mm-hmm.
Real dangerous thing here. Circlet of blasting.
Ooh.
And let's see. Ooh, found this one last week. A +1 shield.
Oh.
And last but not least, boots that allow you to walk on walls.
Ooh.
I
Vale,
look at those
Vale
boots
looks over and
say,
says,
yeah.
Let me see those boots."
I look at Phil and I say, I will fight you for those.
I'll take the shield if nobody wants.
While Vale is looking at the boots, I want to learn more about that circlet of blast.
Yeah, what's going on with this animated broom?
What's the name for the boots?
Boots of spider climb.
Boots of spider climb. I don't see them coming up.
They're slippers.
Oh, slippers of spider climb. There it is.
Let's see. Create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. Hurl them at one target or several. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. On a hit, target takes 2d6 fire. Range of 120 feet.
Vale looks at Dave and says, How much do you want for the slippers?
Oh, I'd say those slippers. 500 gold pieces will sound about right.
500.
Hmm. I mean, I know I don't have enough.
Vale puts them down and just sort of is thinking for a minute.
Did I get any information on the broom?
That is a regular animated broom that can follow the simplest of commands.
Ooh, why not?
Like sweep, move. You can tell it to attack, but it wouldn't do much damage.
And is this something that would count against my carry weight, or is it just something that accompanies me?
Um, you can carry it. It's 3 pounds, so it's not heavy.
How much for the shield +1?
+1 shield is pretty valuable. Oh, I'm afraid I'd have to ask. 250 gold pieces.
Sure, why not? I could use it.
Vale looks at Dave after thinking for a minute and says, "What if I were to offer you 400 gold and the promise of a favor?"
Dave does like favors. 425 and a favor, and you got a deal, brother.
425. Vale thinks it over and says, "Deal."
How much for the broom?
I've seriously been trying to find a price for this. Like, what the shit?
I'll give you 50 gold pieces for it. And one flask of oil.
The thing you said you were gonna give me anyway?
I didn't say that.
It's what you told the guards. You had a delivery.
Yeah, I was bringing it to you to buy, to sell to you.
Generally not how deliveries work.
Never heard of POD?
How the shit is there not a cost for this? The broom is gonna be 100 gold pieces.
Deal, and you can keep the oil.
Hooray!
I
Do you buy it?
the broom.
Yes.
Has he been handling the broom?
I mean, like
It's not just
it's
sitting
usually
there.
in here. It's not like it is an animated broom. Like he looks at it and says, "Sweep in the corner. Get the cobwebs," and it goes and does that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll buy it. Sounds useful.
How much for the circlet?
Dang it! Let's see.
But I only give him one flask of oil.
Circlet will be 500 gold pieces for you, little lady.
Well, you said you're interested in item, correct? I take all the spell books that I wasn't able to get rid of last time, and I just put them on the counter. I say, we have no use for these. Do you think I could possibly barter a little bit with these?
Magic items are something Dave likes. Sure, we can work out an agreement. And because I don't have that stuff in front of me, I'll just hand wave that till next time and pay the difference and all that. Because I don't think you guys want to just sit here and twiddle your thumbs while I look at this and look up previous spells. I'll do that later.
Okay.
Also, just to let you know, you can't use that broom to fly.
Oh, you tell me that after I buy it. No, it's fine.
You didn't ask Dave.
I did not ask Dave.
I only have like 370 gold pieces, so I just want to toss enough before we can.
I would think that would be enough. Again, I'll do the
Yeah.
math or whatever after.
I'll go ahead and buy that. Never hurts to have a nice magic item like available. Finally, buy to all these books.
So tell me, what brings you here to Valaki?
Delivery. No. No.
Actually, where's Avion's character? Are you there?
Is he okay?
There we go. Was muted earlier. There we go. Testing.
Hello.
I hear
Oh, we
you.
can hear you.
I don't see your character.
There we
Yeah.
go.
I just want to make sure you're here and all that stuff.
Yep.
So what brings you to the not so humble little town of Valaki?
Oh, just traveling. Ish.
Ish, eh? That's the best you got?
We're looking for any interesting ways to help.
Well, I guess the question is, who you trying to help?
Well, whoever we feel like has earned the favor, I guess.
But just remember, helping one person generally means not helping another.
That's
Old
the
Dave's
trade-off, then,
experience
isn't
in
it?
Blackie. One way to make enemies is to help.
Who would you consider to be your enemy?
Same enemy that we always have. Father Time.
I knew that
Catches
was
up with all of us, one way or another.
Morbid, but true.
And also be careful the closer you get to the mayor of the town, the more ire you're likely to earn from Fiona Watcher.
From who?
Fiona Watcher?
She's another rich noble in town. Basically, their family has had one hell of a feud throughout the years. There are two families that do not like each other, and that's a wound that'll never be mended. She wants the power, he wants to keep it.
It seems to me, if there's one or the other we'd rather have on our side at the moment, it's the one who's in a position of power.
Sense.
I don't have any disagreement to that one, brother.
Since you consider yourself a peddler of information, we heard that there are some challenges with the local winery or wine sourcing. Do you know anything about that?
All I know is the local inn is starting to shut people off. Most folks don't mind, but the drunkards are starting to get a little upset. If Herman had any balls, he'd go down there and see for himself. But he doesn't get along from his family, from what I understand.
Did this happen?
So he stays away and just sort of hopes the problem fixes itself.
Is this a recent change?
Oh, it's been going on, I believe, probably around 5-10 years.
Hmm.
Interesting. Well, I owe you a favor. When do you plan to call this in?
Well, since we're on the topic of Irwin, I have a feeling he's up to something. Like you go to scope out the inn and see what you can find for me. I'd say try to seduce the wife, get what you can, but she's pretty devoted. Probably not gonna work.
We'll see about that.
I just laughed.
Do you have any suspicions in particular? What sort of things should I be looking for?
Directly, no, I can't say. But no one in this country is that goddamn nice. I'm pretty sure he's hiding something.
Interesting. All right. We'll look into it.
And Dave, you wouldn't happen to have heard anything about, the Wizard of Wines and sand, anything like that?
Sand at the Wizard of Wines. Can't say I do. Why do you ask?
Oh, just, curious.
Ish, right?
Ish. And Brick winks at him and throws him a gold piece.
Well, if I hear or find anything out about saying, old Dave will give you a buzz.
I appreciate that, Dave.
Of course, rough gets every.
Well, thank you very much for your time and your help, Dave. We have some other errands to attend to.
Yes, thank you very much.
No problem. Just be careful. I hear there are werewolves on the horizon.
Gotcha.
I'm having too much fun with just changing quotes. I'm sorry, but I'm really enjoying it.
Amazing.
I'm totally up for coming back to Dave at a later time. Seems like a source of information.
For a bad thing.
Vale pockets the slippers and starts moving towards the door.
Rick turns to the broom and says, "Follow me."
And it follows you.
All I can imagine
Gives
is
Dave a little wave.
what's the brooms from the
Fantasia.
old Fantasia cartoon? They're like carry the buckets of water down the stairs, you know?
Yeah, I think that was actually a separate cartoon at first called Wizard's Apprentice or something.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, can the broom carry anything for me, like buckets of water or booze?
Or booze.
You're gonna try to get it to buy 2 mugs of alcohol, aren't you?
I am now.
As soon as we step outside, Torga came to a realization when Dave said something. Pull Vale. Said one thing he said about Bart there. He said that nobody is that nice. And I asked him, and I said, who has been super nice to us the entire time you've been here? There's been only one place where everybody has been very nice and warm and welcoming, just like Bart.
Vale looks over and says, I told you I didn't trust that guy.
And I tell him it also makes sense that he would know more about us, what happens to the horses. And I just look at myself, just saying. I walk away.
Vale looks over at Brick and says, maybe that noise you heard last night merits a little investigation.
Sorry.
Maybe. Shit. Eric still has that door ram, right?
The battering ram, holy shit.
Mini Grand.
Yeah. You have your battering ram?
Yes, I do.
I forgot that you had a battering ram. When did you get that?
At the last shop we were at. I don't remember which one that was.
It was just a random battering ram. We're like,
It was
yeah.
everything in the player's handbook, like under 20 gold pieces, but upsold by like 10 times, and I was like, well, I don't have one of those.
Sure.
Alright. All right. So next place of action, um, stop by the armor, see if there's anything for sale for anybody. I know we spent quite a bit of gold on some things already, except brick, but
100 gold for this little guy? I've got no problem with it.
I am quite curious. Have you given it a name yet?
Dave. 2. No.
Electric Boogaloo.
Cheetah Junior.
No, I haven't. I'll think of one.
Be looking forward. Be looking forward. Shake my walk away.
So as you guys are about to leave and leave through the door, Dave stops you and goes, "Since we're getting off on such a good foot, let me give you another freebie. I don't know what direction you came from, but you might want to steer clear of that old windmill. There's an old lady who sells pies who holes up there, and I've heard some unsavory things about her."
What?
Vale
Really?
turns and says, "Wait, do you mean we can find the pie lady at the windmill?"
And that's what old Dave's sources say. Windmills used for making grain. I've sent a couple to try to follow her directly. They've never come back.
Vale turns and looks at Rolvier.
Brick, I think your room full of kids should go on a hiatus.
Can wait.
Fire in his eyes. Weapons about ready to go.
Revenge of the Pie Granny.
Well, Rear wants to head to the windmill.
I don't know about that, guys. I think maybe there's no way this can sound good. A room full of kids sounds kind of fun right now. I'm a
Thank you,
map.
Dave,
I'm
for
a
that,
map.
for that very wonderful tidbit of information.
Old Dave didn't hear anything.
We heard nothing either.
Brick shouts, "Thank you, Dave, for that information." Prestidigitation. Applause. Once more.
Confetti.
Rolvier stands there sharpening his axe and thanks Dave very much for the info.
Licking his lips.
Suddenly has a strong yearning for pie.
And murder.
Roll a Constitution save.
Oh no.
No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you. Don't.
It's like, I thought we were past this.
Not again.
I think based on the last session, I technically forgot. Like, I have no memory of her.
Yeah.
No, you do. I said something, but I was just, again, joking.
Okay.
Did we find out the location of like a blacksmith on the map?
It would be in the same general vicinity. Like where you are in town is where, again,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
quote-unquote general store, blacksmith, armor smith.
Vale's gonna
And
step
if you
out.
wanted any regular general items, he has those as well.
Okay. Yeah, Vale's gonna as we step out of Dave's Dur is gonna look around and see if he can locate a weaponsmith of some sort.
Yeah, head to the armor. That's probably the next action.
Aye.
So for weapons and armor, I'd say he'd have everything 400 gold or less, non-magical. For the weapon and armor smith.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking something up real quick. How much would it be for a longsword?
$15 gold pieces.
I will take one. $15 gold pieces. Well, I'm pretty broke, guys. I gotta find some work.
Yeah, we do need to do something adventurous.
Oh wait, I think I already have a longsword in here.
You had the one from the death house.
Yeah, I just never
But
removed
it
it from my
works.
inventory, so I already have one in my inventory.
And I'm sorry, what was the armor's or the blacksmith's inventory?
It would be everything, what did I say, 200 gold or less?
100?
400 or 200?
I thought I said 2.
Okay.
I guess. How much would the studded leather?
50 gold pieces.
I'll have to keep a circlet that I bought. Remember that.
Are there any gosh, what I'm trying to figure out what I'm asking for here. Are there any bottles of vodka?
No.
No. What spirits would be here? If any.
None.
Okay, damn it.
Oh. Figure we're probably coming back, so I'll wait. Oh,
What's oh my gosh. Is there any plated leather? How much is that?
Trying to find it.
Okay.
I don't see plated leather.
Oh, sorry. I might be looking at a bad list here.
They wouldn't have it. I'm seeing here. Well, that's 5e. Or homebrew.
Studded leather then?
Yeah, I see studded.
Okay, let's
50, because that's what Torga asked for.
oh, okay. I'll take some studded leather then. Armor. And
Alrighty. Alright, so what you doing?
And can I sell this leather armor? The stuff I was wearing. Just regular leather.
You would get 5 gold pieces for it.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I got nothing else.
Alrighty, what's everyone else up to?
Okay. So we went ahead at Dave or oil, right? Armor. I guess the only other really thing of note is visiting the Burgomaster.
Yeah, I think that's the next stop.
Definitely.
Should we go get our comrade or go there?
Well, I guess the real question is, Rolvier, what do you want to do next?
Um,
I'm gonna guess it rhymes with nerder.
it very much does, but I will say, let's go. I will say, let's go with the group and check out the room. Only if we can then head to the windmill. Please, afterwards.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I really want to see where this goes.
I've wanted to see the windmill since we left it.
That's right. We passed it on the road, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And we were told not to go there.
Yeah, you don't need to convince me to go to the windmill.
That windmill was so creepy, though. Nothing alive was near it. There was no birds, remember?
Yeah, because they're all baked into pies.
Yeah, maybe.
Ugh.
Death.
There's not going to be any pie granny there either when I'm done, once we leave it.
I just
It's not a
tickled
living
myself, just so happy.
All right. Let's go check out the room. And then let's go to that creepy windmill.
All right. Well, let's go talk to the burgermaster.
Yes. Burgermaster, room, windmill.
Yeah, 1 second here. Do not have a handout for what the mansion looked like, so I'm just trying to find something real quick. Of course it would do this. So did he point out on the map where it was?
Really don't know.
I don't think he did.
If you put where what was?
Where it is in Vallaki.
The Burgermaster?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, didn't he say it was in 3?
That is where it is, so maybe he did. And I forgot it. So you guys get there.
Hooray.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. I was moving.
So you guys would enter here.
Zoom out.
Yay. Oh. Ta-da.
And
Ooh.
it's pretty easy to find. In a rather sort of simple town, he certainly lives a pretty nice life in this house.
Are we sure this is the place?
Looks enough like the place to me.
All right. Did I not place my guy?
Sorry. But yep, as you approach the mansion, there are 2 guards stationed out front. And at this point, it's about noon, give or take an hour, because you woke up and immediately came here, or went to Dave's and now here.
Okay. I pat Brick on the back. Go greet them.
All right. Oops. I need this. Okay. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello?
I start giggling at the crowd silently.
Is this, I'm trying to figure out if we're in the right place. Is this the Burgermeister's house?
This is the residence of Baron Vargas Valkovich. Yes.
Bless you. um, Excellent. We're travelers. We just wanted to see if we could stop by and say hello. See if you needed anything done. We're adventurers, if you will.
The Baron does not have time for visitors right now. He is busy planning the next town celebration.
Brick kind of stammers and turns back and looks at Torga.
I just kind of like make a shooing motion at him. Like, come on.
Play your bagpipes for him.
It's hardly the time for bagpipes. Guys, I have the worst short-term memory. Why are we here?
Is this oh, I can't remember. Is this building like a 2-story building, or like what are we looking at?
It looks like a 3-story building.
It's very important that we see the Burgermeister.
And why is that?
I don't know.
I stopped laughing and I finally stopped. Oh. We're here to see the Burgermeister. We have somebody with us who currently is not with us, who wanting to meet with.
For what purpose?
We have a mutual hatred towards a certain character that, or lord, I should say, that we could both benefit from talking to each other.
Well, if you give your names and your residence, we can deliver the message. But I can tell you today, perhaps even tomorrow, the Burgomaster is very busy with the next part of the celebration.
Do you know if he needs any help with the next part of the celebration? Maybe we could do him a favor.
As with previous celebrations, if there is any need for additional service, people will be conscripted. And at this point, a guard comes from behind you carrying a fair amount of sticks. Not twigs, not logs, but good size sticks, and he goes through, goes past, and goes in the house.
Did I, in watching him go in, did he have to unlock the door to get in? Or was it open?
It opened for him. You could see that someone opened the door for him from the inside.
I thank the guard for his time, but I do ask. I am actually quite curious about the sticks. Are possibly for the next.
My apologies, ma'am, but I am not at liberty to divulge this information. Baron Vargas Valkovich likes to address these things personally.
Okay, I nod. And I step back.
You know what? Why not? We'll do it. I'm gonna do an insight check on how these guys are acting.
They seem to just be professional. They're not threatening. They're not aggressive. Um, they don't have their hands on their hilts or anything like that, like ready to draw. They're standing guard and trying to answer questions. Straight to the point.
I motion to Brick, kind of like waving my hand to wrap it up, and then come back over to the group.
Rick puts his, notices the signal from Torga and kind of puts his hand on his hip and does a little casual, like throws his left hand up and says, "All right, have a good evening or good afternoon," and nods his head and heads back to the group.
As you start to turn around and walk away, he said, "Well, as I said, sir, you leave your name and your residence and a method to get into contact with you. I can pass the message, and if the Burgomaster wishes to convene with you at a later time, you will be summoned."
Oh, that's a fair point. I'm sorry, I'm a bit absent-minded sometimes. All right, my name is Brick Barrelhaven, and we're currently staying at the Blue Water Inn.
And may I have the names of the rest of your party in case you cannot be reached?
I'm sure. We have Carrick over there with the all the metal, and then Torga standing there.
So you're gonna say battering ram.
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah, didn't want to raise suspicion though. Then there's Rolvir and Vale.
Guard pays attention. Goes, "All right. Thank you, citizen."
All right. Brick goes back to turning around and heading back over to the group.
Once the group's together, I bring up if they decide to reach out, it may be easier if we go get our special guests and bring them with.
That would be prudent.
That may change the. So, that didn't work out, but at least hopefully we'll get.
Vale looks at the group
So-
and says, I may be able to get in and speak with him directly.
I just stare at him. I say, "You know what? No, I just don't want to know. No, I don't."
I mean, he might be able to. But this doesn't seem like a good place to upset the mayor or his guards.
I don't think it would upset the mayor if we mentioned to him that we're bringing someone who's on the run from Strahd. But I would rather divulge that information directly to him and not to his guards.
Yeah. Or if we bring her with us and they see that she's with us, it would be the end. I don't. I look over at Rolvir and he just has sharpening his hat. I'm like, Rolvir, are you okay, buddy?
Hellfish, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, say again.
I was looking at you. I'm like, are you okay, buddy?
Good.
Is there something you want to talk about? Get it off your chest.
No. Not at this time.
Okay.
When we get to the windmill, yes.
There.
There's something to get off of his chest and to put into hers.
Whack. Okay, so two things we have left. Bring our special guest back, please, and get Rolvir his revenge.
You guys are obviously better at making decisions than I am.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, you didn't have to put that tone on it.
I just. So what does everybody think?
Let's go check the room.
You don't want to try to speak with the burgomaster directly?
Oh, we have. Pride. Oh, you mean the Vale approach.
Oh.
Yes.
I want to say yes to see where this goes, but at the same time, I don't want to be associated with you if it goes wrong. This is so hard right now.
It's fine. I would have to do it on my own anyway. You all can stand to the side.
You know what? Okay then. All right. Let's put this to the test.
Yeah, why not? Let's add a little spice.
Vale looks at all of them as he casts invisibility on himself.
We never knew him, right, guys?
I mean, if he casts invisibility, then hopefully he'll do something to at least test the abilities of the guards first.
All right, so question for the crew. It's 11 o'clock. How much further do we want to go with this at the moment? I'll be honest, I'm very excited to use my invisibility spell and see what I can do, but
I want to see the outcome of this.
I also got up at 4:30 this
spell.
morning, and I'm very sleepy.
Let's say one. I know we started a little bit later too. So
Yeah.
that way we can save Vale shenanigans for next time.
I'd be fine with that. And Sierra, I know you're getting out of town tomorrow, so I'm sure you probably have to wake up and head out early.
No, getting up tomorrow is not the issue. Bigger thing is I got up early this morning, and I'm running on about 4.5 hours of sleep as well. So
It's not a lot of sleep.
I'm just a little sleepy.
Yeah, I came home and got an hour nap. I was dying today at work, but came home, got to sleep, got to rest.
I'm fine leaving it here. I
We can pick up on the misadventures of Vale next time.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
If only I had had the opportunity to attune to my spider slippers, then I could invisibly climb the wall. But I haven't had a chance to do that yet.
Just visible and just hear him just like hopping back and forth.
I need to start
What?
taking better
I
notes.
really wanted
or-
to, when I asked how many floors there were in the building, I really wanted to invisibly climb up to the 3rd floor, but then I realized I couldn't do that yet. It's like, shit.
I mean, you can still climb, just the old fashioned.
Yeah, just much more clumsily.
Oh man, this will be fun.
So, everyone give me a wisdom check.
Just like
Okay.
a general wisdom check?
A general wisdom check.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
So everyone,
Oh, good God.
everyone except Bale and Patrick kind of thinks about the stockades and what they found when they came in, and that was punishment for just not being happy and following festival rules. Now you want to be an E. So the idea is of the consequences of your actions, of what Vale's actions are. Could be.
Yeah, go for it.
I certainly try to be the DM that goes, you can certainly try, instead of saying no. But it's also a burgomaster. May have more than just 2 guards standing watch at the front door.
Well, he's got one guard inside with sticks. At least.
They could give you splinters.
They can't give you splinters.
He might also be a steak master, so we better be careful.
Oh.
move.
That's what the sticks are for.
I'm glad you enjoyed that meme, Pat. I modified a Destiny meme and changed it to Pat in Discord.
And that's an accurate depiction of Brick, I'd say. Just
It's how I've always
Blackbeard.
pictured. It's how I've always pictured him.
I'm trying to remember which song he was trying to play. Was it like Staying Alive or something?
I realize how pointless it is to try and lip read cartoons, but it does kind of look like Staying Alive.
For what? Groundskeeper Willie?
Yeah, I remember what he was.
It was Maniac. I'm a maniac,
There it
maniac, that's for sure. And I'm dancing like I've never danced before.
What is this? I've seen this something's haunted thing before, haven't I?
It's fairly popular Destiny meme. Like there was, it. Cause I want to. It doesn't it go back to D1? Isn't that when the meme itself came out?
Was it? I only saw it when Shadowkeep dropped.
Maybe it was
'Cause
Shadowkeep.
the moon
that-
had all
I remember
the ghosts like the ghosts floating in the air.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen the NASA employee
Yeah.
Moon's Haunted one.
Oh yeah, so it's 2018. Yeah. Yeah, some guy who made a tweet of it for NASA employee, and then it just, because the moon is quite literally haunted in Destiny lore, it just was perfect. And then of course Space Force came out and said, "Oh hey, the members of the Space Force are going to be called Guardians." So it just, the memes. But yeah, it's a little bit past 11. I figure, y'all, this is a good spot. There are quite a few hooks available for you guys. And you can think and talk about what you want to do till next time. 2 weeks is the 27th.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks works for me because I cannot do next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another reason why I really wanted to get tonight and not take it off for being exhausted, because I'm like, Pat can't do it next week. We've already not played for a bit. So,
I am perfectly fine with 2 weeks from now.
Okay, so we're looking at Thursday the 27th.
Yes.
let's oh,
Thursday the 27th, Rollbeer's Revenge.
This is at 8 p.m.
Eastern.
I think definitely down for that.
I will be there.
Yes.
Be there and be square.
We shall see if we can convince Vale to not get us in the stockade. Oh.
Yeah, keep
No,
things
officer,
interesting.
I never met him in my life. Oh.
This is the only GIF that I can think of that I could find that was applicable to what we're about to say to Vale. And also, I feel like, hold on, let me see if I can even find it.
Oh, police, murder.
Stop! Don't come back.
That's the first thing I thought of.
I love that movie.
I know Hellfish is going to be so upset when I say the next sentence, but as will, but I really do need to see that movie.
Oh.
You ever seen? Yeah, you haven't seen that one.
Oh,
That is.
yeah, we've got to change that.
I watched The Goonies, quote unquote, for you like 6 months ago.
I know.
So it took me that long to watch Goonies. I wonder how long it's going to take to watch that. I mean, it's going to be hard to watch it because I just hear the Johnny Depp one is so much better.
It's a different flavor.
I think the Johnny Depp one isn't the Johnny Depp one truer to the actual book?
I don't know. I was just trying to piss off you and or Will.
No, now I just want to get you to watch it. I'm not
Yeah.
pissed off. I'm just disappointed.
I was